Good morning, everyone. This is Diane Murray at Southern Art Gallery. And today, this is just a quick tip video on discussing pigment strength. When you're deciding you have a new color that you want to try out and add and you're trying to decide whether you want to add it to your palette or not. This is the little test that I do to find out how well a pigment will play, or a particular brand of paint will play with the other paints on my palette. Today I am looking at Indigo by Sennelier, and this is an attempt to replace Prussian blue on my palette. There's some controversy about Prussian blue, whether or not it is light fast. So I just took it off my palette and I discovered this beautiful Indigo by Sennelier, which is very close to an actual Prussian blue. So I decided I would play with it and see what kind of combinations it makes, and the overall tinting strength, pigment strength, and how well it plays with other colors. So I've basically taken it and just done some experiments, and I do this quite often with my paints to see what kind of effects I can get. Here I have Indigo mixed with quinacridone magenta, which makes this absolutely gorgeous array of violets. So that's definitely a wonderful combination right there. And they seem to counterbalance each other. One doesn't seem to take over the other pigment. And quinacridone magenta is a very powerful pigment. So that tells me Indigo is also a very powerful pigment. And that will determine how I use it in my watercolors. Here is Indigo with Carmine. And as you can see, they blended much more easily together. Carmine is a beautiful color by Daniel Smith, and that also makes a really nice combination of colors. This is quinacridone Coral, which is also a Daniel Smith color. It's a very soft pink coral color, and as you can see, the Indigo and the Coral kind of didn't interact very much with each other, and it's tending to separate, so that's a good thing to know. This is absolutely beautiful. This is Indigo and Pyro Red, and it makes a gorgeous dark combination, which is really beautiful. That's a combination I will use as well. Now down here you see Indigo with quinacridone Rose, and they actually liked each other too much. They blended too well and too quickly into one medium violet color. So I suggest you try these experiments and see what your pigments can do, so that you're not surprised in the middle of a watercolor. This is Indigo Sennelier with quinacridone Rose again. This is Da Vinci's Indigo with alizarin crimson. And Da Vinci's Indigo and most indigos are much more on the gray side, the muted side, so you get more of a look like this. This is Indigo with Daniel Smith's Green Gold, and as you can see, it's very powerful, the Indigo. When you put a green with this Indigo, because it does lean to the green side, even though it doesn't have green in it, it does have black in it, and black tends to go to the green side sometimes. This is Da Vinci's Indigo with Leaf Green, which is a a Da Vinci color. And you can see how it's much softer and more muted than this combination. So it depends on really what you're going for. And you need to really know your pigments and know their strengths and their weaknesses. And then you'll know how to get the effect you're trying to get in your paintings. So that's it for today, just a quick tip. So test out your colors and combine them with other colors and learn their properties, and you will have better success as a watercolor painter.